Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm just going to do a quick benchmark just to provide some information. This was just really quickly requested, and it's very rare that I get asked to provide evidence, so I'm happy to do it. So if you do have the Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, you guys can run this same test and let me know what you get. So I'm going to be running at 1080p. And I'm going to be using TAA, no dynamic resolution scaling. NVIDIA reflex low latency is off, no VSync of course, no frame generation and no upscaling whatsoever. And in the graphics, we're just going to be using the very high preset. Now I stumbled upon a very highly overclocked older Arrow Lake 285K, and I was very impressed with it. I ran this same test with my 4900 KS and I was not able to beat that Arrow Lake score. But now that I've got my 9800X 3D, and honestly I haven't really done much to the CPU. I did a curve optimizer -30 all core. That's basically, I've tuned the RAM and I'm only using 6200 megahertz at CL28 with a few tuned secondaries, nothing special. Bear in mind the CPU is being cooled with an AIO. I'm actually using the Arctic Freezer 360 AIO. It was the biggest that could fit in my Corsair 4000, the airflow case, and does an amazing job. It's only a 120 watt part, so you don't necessarily need a beefy water cooling system. But of course, if you want to do all core overclocking without curve optimizer, then yeah, sure, that extra cooling headroom may come in clutch. But I'm actually very content with the curve optimizer boosting the CPU to 5.425 gigahertz. I'm not actually too concerned with pushing it any further than that. Even in like Geekbench 6 for the single core, I'm getting like 3440 something, which is what a 4900K would do at stock pretty much, or even less. So it's actually got decent single threaded performance. In the CPU-Z single threaded test, it does around 820. That's about where a 3900K would be. So it's, you know, the single core performance without even a 3D V cache has come on leaps and bounds from AMD. So it's actually going to perform pretty well even in games that don't necessarily take advantage of the 3D V cache. Because if you look at Starfield, for example, that used to always lose on the AMD CPU, but with these CPUs, the 9800X 3D in particular, it's starting to get some wins. So if you do have the Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster, just put it to 1080p, put it to very high settings, push your GPU as fast as you want. I'm using an air-cooled RTX 4090. My overclock is 1900 megahertz on the RAM and around 195 on the core. So if I was under 50 degrees, I'd be at about 30-45 megahertz. But as you can see, my card's not water cooled, so I can't sustain a very high clocks. But if you look at that GPU utilization, it's almost 100%. There's not too much more you could get out of this this GPU anyway. So let's see what I get. So as you can see, I've scored 223 frames per second on average, and I highly overclocked and tuned Arrow Lake 285K, got around 219. It's not a massive difference, only 4 FPS, but the point is, it's still pretty impressive that I didn't really do much to achieve this. So hopefully this is all the evidence you need, and of course you guys can get involved as well and share your results in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.